We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our lecture. Today we will talk about unit number 9, that is engage deeply. The third aspect of contributors mindset is a contributor's approach to work. Contributors are instantly distinguished by the way they approach work. They get involved. They are enthusiastic. They go deep into the subject. In short, contributors love what they do. This is the direct contrast to non-contributor who want to do only what they love. An approach that seems reasonable until you realize that life workplace have so much variety that you may very often be called upon to do tasks that seem unpleasant to boring until you get involved. Here we have the concept of contributors mindset, that what is the approach of work they possesses. They always enthusiastic whatever the work have been given to them from the organization or from the institute or wherever they are working. They always take all the type of responsibilities, take initiate, and always very much enthusiastic and doing their work very interesting way. They always think about their organization and about their workplace where they are working, and they do a variety of work, so they didn't get bored, and they always ready to accept the challenges and ready to perform the task which have been given to their boss or their organization. On the vice versa, non-contributors are not accepting the new challenges. They are not enthusiastic, and that's why whatever the work they are doing, after sometimes they are getting bored. So the quality of the work or quality of the product we cannot get. Let's see the examples now. The first example, the contributor researcher who disengaged. This research project is becoming very tough now. As long as it needed only the procedure that my senior told me, it was okay. I don't understand all this okay. I don't understand all this now. I give up. The easier just ask my senior to tell me the answer what to do. Means here non-contributor researcher never try to find out the way of knowledge of the subject. They didn't go too deep of the subject, and that's why they feel bored, they feel difficult, and that's why he or she is depending on their senior while they are preparing their project work or anything about their study. Here in contributor researcher, we can see that they are going deeper to the root. They are going to the root for the work, and they are finding each and every information about the subject and research, and that's why he now becoming more and more clear about the idea, and that's why he prepares his project work or they finished their work very clearly. Non-contributor engineer who disengaged. Let me somehow finish my work and go home. Chalta hai if there are errors or output of poor quality or it collapses later or customer is unhappy. Means non-contributor on engineer always think that itna to chalta hai kaam ke andar. That type of attitude we can see here. Contributor engineer who engage deeply. The bridge needs to be strong yet beautiful. People love to use the bridge and should feel proud it in the city. Means here we can see the approaches, whatever the contributor and non-contributor have. Non-contributor are always doing their work they are not following the quality of the work. And here contributor, we can see that they are following the quality of the work, they are taking the initiate, they are very enthusiastic, and they always perform their duties well and ready to accept the challenge and task. Non-contributor project team member who disengaged. It is comfortable to just do whatever the people give you, do enough work to fulfill the day, have a long tea breaks, leave for home, etc. If I commit to success this project, then I will have to give up those conveniences and be accountable and team and goals. Means here non-contributors are not ready to accept the new challenges or new opportunities. Why? Because if they are accepting that that the challenges, then they have to work hard, and this kind of facilities whatever they are enjoying right now, they have to give up, and that's why they don't want to take the responsibilities more. Here contributor team member is thinking that if I will not give my 100% dedication to this project, then this project will never be completed. So I have to perform well, and I have to dedicate it to my full energy in this work. Then non-contributor software development and contributor software development. I hate struggling for a solution. This is so boring. I don't like this because non-contributors are never taking interest. So after sometimes while they are working, the work will be bored and they are getting bored. While here contributor always love to accept challenges. They are always try to go deep into the particular problem or the subject, and that's why they are not getting bored. Now let's talk about the next unit. Unit number 10. Think in enlightened self-interest. Contributor think enlightened self-interest in every situation they get into. They find a way to create a good for self and good for others at the same time, including teammates, bosses, customers, and their organization. Contrast this with the mindset of non-contributors, such as person is only concerned with his or her own self-interest and situation. He or she is not concerned about the impact on the other person. This leads to unpleasant situation, broken relationship, unhappy teammates, subordinate and bosses, lower trust in any situation. Contributors are always focusing on their organization. They always think about their self, their teammates, their bosses, their colleagues, their organization, and their customer. They always gave a preference to them also because they knew very well that if we are working in team, then the production will be a qualitative one, otherwise we will not get the success. So here they always self-interested person. Self-interested means they are not taking the interest of self only, but they are taking the interest to customer, to organization, to their boss and their colleague also, and they are always believing in teamwork. Let's see the examples. Non-contributor supervisor who thinks in narrow self-interest and contributor supervisor who thinks in enlightened self-interest. Why should I do this? This is not my work. The other department are always taking advantage of our department. Means these kinds of excuses we see here in non-contributor approach. Here contributor approach, we always see that if I will not support each other, then company can deliver a superior product the less cost at time. Means if we want to survive, then we have to do the work in team work, right? We have to lead, we have to get involved, we have to help each other, then we can give 100% qualitative work while we are producing our any result, right? In second example, Non-contributor colleague who thinks in narrow self-interest, and contributor colleague who thinks in enlightened self-interest. He is in high position, so I must behave respectfully towards him. He is a mere junior officer. I can treat him in any way I want. Means he is seeing the power and position with the designation. Here, it does not matter what the person position or qualification. All people are to be treated respectfully because they are first and foremost. Means, if you are a contributor, you are not distinguish two people that this is the superior one, so I have to respect. This is the inferior one, so I cannot respect, right? So, as a contributor, you should give respect to everyone and every work. Non-contributor sales manager who thinks in narrow self-interest, contributor sales manager who thinks in enlightened self-interest. My team goals have to met. Why should I care about negative consequences for the teams and departments? Let me somehow sell this product. Means he is thinking that at anyhow I have to sell my product. Negative consequences I will not think about that. Here, if I want to achieve my goal, then I have to learn about the negative consequences, and then I will make be sure that this is beneficial to the customer and the organization. Then I will do this kind of work. So here, the unit number 10 is there. Then talk with unit number 11. Practice imaginative sympathy. One of the unique qualities of contributor is their ability to appreciate and understand others' life situation, others' mental condition, and others' point of view. How do they do this? They have consciously developed the way of thinking called imaginative sympathy. In this way, thinking they are able to give due to importance of human aspect of situation and not just the technical and commercial aspect. Means whenever you are doing job in that place, don't be practical. Human sympathy and human condition, we should also take care of it. But this is not all. Imaginative sympathy goes beyond looking at human aspect. Means we should always attached with each other as a human. Though we are working together, we have to think practically, but human touch is there, and we have to think about human situation, that why this person is not doing this work, what type of thing it will it will it will caused to do not complete this work. Non-contributor processing officer who has not imaginative sympathy, contributor processing officer who practices imaginative sympathy. One more proposal to be evaluated. Clear the proposal. Here, the contributor processing officer. By completing this proposal, it will make more contribution in national development. Non-contributor hospital administrator who has no imaginative sympathy. Today we process 200 more patients than yesterday. Today we are able to serve 200 more people as compared to yesterday. Means we are expanding our product and our work rather than decreasing. We should try to give the productive work to our organization or to our nation and the people and the society, so it will be beneficial. Now, let's talk about unit number 12, demonstrate trust behavior. The last and most important mindset of the contributor is trust behavior. The term trust behavior may be described in character in action. This include keeping one's word and commitment, staying with a task, acting with integrity every situation, make sure there is a complete transparency in one's action and interaction, etc. Means trust is there where whenever you are working or wherever you are working, your trust should be there. Our team members, our boss, our colleagues, our customers, they should make trust on us. Then and then only we can deal with them or we can do a productive work. Contributor recognize that they are able to achieve result, make contribution with the help of human beings. They receive this help if only they are trusted and in turn trust. Therefore, contributor practice trust behavior from very early their career. They by building a huge trust balance. Means bank balance, like bank balance, trust balance is also a very important one. So career and relationship both are important. While you are doing work anywhere, at that time behavior and trust both are important for you. And let's see the examples. Non-contributor salesperson who does not pay attention to building trust. The contributor salesperson who focuses on building trust, confusing the other person, then telling half-truth, canceling or hiding information, making false and promises, fusing data. The contributor salesperson who focuses on being clear, being honest, being transparent, presenting data truthfully, and telling the whole truth. Means here we can see that contributor and non-contributor always possesses contributor always is possesses a great value system. He always be clear about the work or about the information. He always being honest. He always being transparent. Whatever the work he or she is doing, he be transparent to their customer, to their colleagues, to their teammates, and presenting data truthfully. They never lie to their colleagues or in anyone with anyone. So you can build up your trust whenever you are working anywhere, when you are doing the job or business or anything. You have to build up your uh, uh, relationship uh, on the basis of trust. Second, the non-contributor banker who does not pay attention on building trust. I want to stand out. Would you trust him or life savings? We feel secure in doing business with Amit. He respect code, conduct, and Japanese business community. Means here we can see the difference between contributor and non-contributor banker. One banker he always busy with the show of work, and the second one is always try to build up a relation with their customer and with the colleague wherever he is working. Then the non-contributor boss who does not pay attention to building trust, and the contributor boss who focuses on building trust. The boss decision depend on his likes and dislike. The boss decide depending on his mood on that day. The boss focuses on organizational interest and not any one person's interest alone. Means here non-contributor boss does not pay attention in building trust, right? Boss decision is always right. So this kind of approach we can see here. The boss refuses to organization interest and not any one person's interest alone. He is thinking about all the customers, about organization, about their colleague or anywhere, right? But here to everyone, right? But here the decision always taking with himself or herself. Boss is always right. That kind of attitude we can see in non-contributors rather than contributors. So here we end up with our session. The next lecture we will meet again. Thank you.